Hi, I'm Mike Greer, Senior Human Resources Officer at the U.S. Embassy in Vienna. I come from the Empire State, better known as New York. Most people know my state because of its famous city, also called New York, or the Big Apple. New York was first called the Big Apple in the 1920s by sports writer John J. Fitzgerald. The nickname became really famous through an ad campaign in the 1970s. The Big Apple grew because of its proximity to Ellis Island, which was once the main immigration point into the United States. Many of the 12 million immigrants who passed through Ellis Island didn't have enough money to move on. They stayed in New York City, giving it a reputation of multiculturalism and the birthplace of the American dream. Today, roughly 8 million people live in New York City, making it the largest city in the United States. Hundreds of languages are still spoken in New York. The United Nations is also headquartered here, so it's also an important city for international diplomacy. Between Wall Street and the New York Stock Exchange, New York City is one of the financial capitals of the world. New York City is also home to many cultural landmarks: Times Square, Broadway, the Statue of Liberty, as well as famous art museums such as the Metropolitan Museum of Art. 50 million tourists visit the city each year, spending more than $30 billion. Let me now tell you a little bit more about the rest of my home state. New York is the third most populous state with 19 million inhabitants. There are so many famous people from New York, it would take too long to name them all here. But some of my favorites are former New York City Mayor Rudolph Giuliani, Presidents Franklin Delano and Theodore Roosevelt, comedian Jerry Seinfeld, and musician Billy Joel, who also has ties to Vienna. Despite having such a high population, New York is only the 27th largest state, with a total land area of 47,213 square miles. My hometown is Seaford, located on Long Island, an island 200 kilometers long that stretches from Brooklyn to Montauk Point. It is known for its fine beaches and high quality of life. Englishman Henry Hudson discovered New York in 1609, claiming it for his employer, the Dutch East India Company. Dutch settlers traded furs and goods with the Algonquin and Iroquois Native American tribes. They named the settlement New Amsterdam. The English captured the colony in 1664 and renamed it New York after the Duke of York. As one of the original 13 colonies, New York played a key role in the American Revolution. And in 1778, New York became the 11th state. Most of my home state is covered by farms, forests, lakes, rivers, and mountains. New York's most famous natural attraction is Niagara Falls, which brings some 30 million visitors a year. In upstate New York, you can find the Finger Lakes, some of the deepest, longest lakes in the United States, and Adirondack Park, which encompasses the Adirondack Mountains and surrounding forest. Covering 6 million acres, it's the largest park in the United States. New York is the third leading producer of dairy products in the U.S., and its climate is ideal for growing grapes and apples. A lot of interesting foods were invented in New York. The first ice cream sundae was made in 1892 in Ithaca, and yes, it was on a Sunday. The first potato chip, one of my favorites, was made in 1853 in Saratoga Springs when a chef wanted to get back at his customers for complaining that his potatoes were too thick. So he cut them paper thin, over-fried them, and doused them with salt. Little did he know, he had invented America's #1 snack food. Peter Cooper, who built the first American locomotive, also tried his hand at dessert and created Jell-O in 1845. He is also the founder of Cooper Union, a college in New York, which has trained generations of engineers, including my own father. New York has a rich history and education. It has 2 Ivy League schools, Columbia University and Cornell University, and a highly regarded state university system. Sports fans like myself also love New York. The New York Yankees, my own personal all-time favorite sports teams, is one of the oldest and most famous baseball teams in America, not to mention one of the most successful, having won an amazing 27 championships. New York is also home to the Jets and Giants football teams, even though the Giants really play in New Jersey. Other New York sport teams are the Knicks basketball team and the New York Red Bulls soccer team. The Baseball Hall of Fame is in Cooperstown, New York, where famous New York Yankee players such as Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig are honored. My favorite thing about my home state is our accent and the way we communicate with each other. We have a unique way of talking, or should I say, talking. We also talk very fast, love to interrupt, have an amazingly great sense of humor, and always have a comeback, a humorous response to everything. As the great ad campaign of the 1980s said, "I love New York. It's a great vacation." Thank you, and please visit my home state.